Hey everybody, we are live again today with the We'll Miss You Wildflowers oil pastel painting. Just give me a moment to pull myself up on Facebook and we'll get started. Will you put that link in the comments? Hey everybody, we are live again. Whoops. Okay, I remembered I've got 3 different things to look at. So I actually got my iPad working today, so I don't have to flip you around on my little camera here. So the first thing I wanted to do is I've got Olivia, she's gonna put a link in the comments to our Amazon store with all the supplies that we're using for this 5-day series. And also, I'm gonna just put the Masterpiece Society, did it go up there? Yep. The email, the web address, if you want to go over to masterpiecesociety.com, you can grab this PDF packet, and this has all the supplies. It has the template that we're going to be using tomorrow. Is it tomorrow? No, Thursday for the popsicles. And then on Friday, we're going to do the doodle lettering, and it's a summer quote, and I've got a list of over 30 summer quotes to choose from. So I can't get it to open up, but there's like 3 pages here. And I just wanted to show you again the projects that we're doing this week. Yesterday, we did Bye Bye Beach. I'm still trying to figure out how to turn this. And so today we're going to be doing this We'll Miss You Wildflowers. This is an oil pastel painting. Tomorrow we're going to do gel pens. This is Farewell Fireflies, and it is just gel pens on black cardstock. If you don't have black cardstock, then grab some construction paper. Thursday is the Parting Ways with Popsicles. And then Friday is our summer quote, doodle lettering, doodle art lettering. What is it? Doodle lettering? I don't know. Anyway, let's see. We've got several people on, showing about 20 something. So let us know where you're watching from. Let us know the names of your kids so we can say hey to them. We would love for you to share this on your profile, and if you do share it, then come back and type shared so that I can come back and thank you after this is over with. And if you're watching us on the replay, then type replay and let us know where you're watching from. We have studio members and then just followers from all over the world. We have people in South Africa, the Philippines, China, Malaysia. I can't remember all the countries. We've had several people contact us because they are completely on the opposite side of the world. So we know that you're watching by replay. So hey to y'all, you're sleeping right now, but tomorrow you won't be. Well, which is actually, never mind. I get confused, but I know you're like a whole half a day ahead of us. So anyway, let us know who's here. And I'm already seeing some comments. So we've got the Wilds again, Meredith and Elliot, Riley and Noble. Oh, and Nora, she's one. She's watching today. Oh, that's precious. She's not paying attention, but oh well, at least she's there. And we've got the Johnsons, Aaron, Charlotte, Savannah, Raleigh. Hey guys. Someone from Albuquerque. Hi. Oh, the Wilds are in Texas. Y'all must be really hot. All my husband's family's in Texas. We got Mary Stanley from South Dakota, Ashley from Tennessee with her girls. Hey girls. Melissa with, oh, they're the ones in California. You're so lucky. Ethan, Evangeline, and Emmett. Hey kids. Jennifer with Kylie and Remy, and they're watching from South Georgia. Well, y'all are hotter than us, I bet, because it's in the 90s today, isn't it? But it is so muggy here. My husband came home from lunch. He's been working outside, and he he was soaked. It's gross. I won't go into details. We got Ashley, Emma, and Anna in Tennessee. Did I already? Oh, she put her names, the kids' names. Hey, Emma and Anna. Leslie from San Jose. Willa. Hey, Willa. Nice to have y'all join us today. And Robin. Hey, Robin. Asher, Keen. And y'all are in Texas. Where is Richland Hills? How close is that is that close to Dallas or Austin? That sounds familiar. Marie is in Ohio and her son Henry. Hey, Henry. Brianne in Tennessee with Sophia. Y'all are at y'all's kitchen table. We are too. Except hopefully you'll cover yours up. Today I actually did, I will just say, I got a clipboard because oil pastels are very messy. So if you don't have one, you might want to go grab a clipboard or some kind of something to cover up your table. Olivia, I'm not even letting you do your job because I can actually read it.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Then we've got Ellen and Lily. They are our neighbors over in Alabama. I would say Roll Tide, but I'm going to say Go Dogs. Yvette, hey Yvette, y'all are in Dallas, so y'all are probably hot too. Melissa from Minnesota. Oh, Isabella is in Albuquerque. Hey Isabella. Am I skipping people?
I think did you get Lena, Layla, and Amos?
No,
From Kentucky.
Lena, Layla, and Amos?
Yes.
Hey guys, hey, y'all are in Kentucky. And then I got Ella Kay again. She's in Georgia. I'll just say Georgia. And Mom Drew, Kara, and Lucy. Yay! They're painting with us today. Edval and Caitlin. Oh, is that where you are?
Nice.
All right, I will shut up and I will let Olivia read these. But Robin is saying that Richland Hills is halfway between. Okay, well, my husband is from Austin and we used to go from Tulsa to Dallas and it just sounded familiar. I don't know why I said we would go through Dallas to Austin, from Tulsa to Austin. Does that make sense? Anyway, now it's even, like a 15 or 16 hour drive from where we live here in Georgia. But
Pretty crazy.
we're coming that way in Thanksgiving. All right, so I wanted to show y'all. Y'all can keep commenting and Olivia will read the comments to me so that I can say hey to everybody. But I wanted to show you the oil pastels. This is the one that we're gonna do today because everybody seemed to like this one. I'm gonna switch it over here. But I also have several other ones. This one is more of an abstract. Well, they're all abstract because we're not really drawing flowers. We're just, you'll see, we're making blobs. We're gonna be impressionist painters today. So this one is even more abstract. So if you want to go really abstract, you can go with this look. This one is just, these are kind of the same. I was trying to go more with the purple and lavender theme here, but then I get carried away. And then that one was supposed to be blue, but I try to be a minimalist, but I'm totally not. I'm a maximalist. This one is just a few. So I'm just showing you all these to give you suggestions. You don't have to do it the exact same way that I'm doing mine, but I'm gonna actually use this one to go by because that one everybody seems to love this one. So I'm gonna set it up in front of me and let me show you what I'm using. Now, a lot of you probably have the Pastel oil pastels and they're great. They're just a little bit harder. So today when we start blending, you're going to need to just bear down a little bit harder than with the soft ones. And I also wanted to say, if you're using regular copy paper, just be really careful because when you start to blend, it could wrinkle it up. These are not like chalk pastels. They're harder to blend. These are harder to blend, but not the ones that I'm gonna use. But they have a thicker consistency. They're not crayons. Who is it? Corinna said that she thought that oil pastels were just overblown crayons, but she learned to love them, and today I hope you will too. I am going to be using these Artist Gallery by Mungio, and the link that Olivia put in the comments has a link to the store, and it will show you on Amazon. Am I in the frame? Okay. This brand. You don't have to get them there, but I encourage you to try these because you will love these oil pastels. They're amazing. And then I'm going to be using mixed media paper. You can cut yours in half like I did with these other ones, but I'm actually going to be using I have a 5.5 by 7 mixed media pad that I'm just going to use straight out, not have to cut it. But I will suggest that you cut you several pieces and just try and create as many different looks as you want to. I still have that thing up on the screen. I'm going to move it. I'm going to touch the right thing. Okay, so let's go ahead and, why is my camera not showing up? Let me add my camera. It says it's on, but it's not showing up on the screen. Oh, there it is. I got too many things to look at. Okay, so I am switching to my overhead view, and hopefully I'll be able to see it a little better. And you're going to get messy, so make sure you have a paper towel handy. You're going to want to wipe your fingers. You're going to want to wipe your oil pastels off as well. And I encourage you to use as many colors as you want. I'm going to use probably all the bright ones. I will probably stay away from most of these except maybe this light yellow. But if you will notice, my whites, let me put it in the camera shot, are broken and crazy, and that's because I use those more than any of the other ones. And you'll want to set your white one aside because that's going to make this whole thing pop at the end. And in fact, I have another one here to help me since these are all broken. So we're going to start off by just taking whatever colors that you want to use, and we're going to just create color on our page. You see this one's already smeared. It doesn't matter. The whole thing's going to be colored over. So I definitely want my favorite color, fuchsia, hot pink, and I'm just going to put color down. I'm going to want, this is a aqua or a turquoise color. I want a deeper blue. So just make you some marks. Leave some white space. Right now, all we're doing is preparing the background. Some orange. Don't use a lot of colors right here because we'll come back and add a whole bunch more at the end, and we don't want to muddy them up. But I definitely want to put in some green. And then some yellow. The yellows and the whites will give it that glowing effect. So you want to kind of be generous with your yellows. So you see I've only done about the top part of my sheet of paper. And so I've got one green, and now I'm going to just pull out probably all the greens I've got. So get as many greens as you want to use because this is a wildflower field, and we know that there's not just one color of green in nature. Are there any comments that I need to respond to?
Mary Cummings says that she has her cousin's art time in Oklahoma.
Yay! We lived in Tulsa. I think I told you this yesterday. Was it you, Mary? We lived in Tulsa for 10 years. And it's even hotter than Georgia, but not as muggy. Okay, so I've got out about 7 different colors here. So what I'm going to start doing is just make my grass. I know this looks crummy, but hang with me. It's going to look similar to this once we're finished. And I'm using light greens and dark greens, and I want to come all the way down. That's why you need something to cover your table. Medium greens. Don't cover the whole thing. Remember to leave some white space. And then you might want to bring some of those dark greens up the side and just maybe a few in between. And isn't that gorgeous? Okay, so now I'm going to take my white. If your white looks like this, you might want to break it and peel the paper off because you're going to use it to blend. We're going to take this white and we're just going to start blending all the colors together. And I'm just going up and down, just staying vertical. You can go horizontal, you can do it in a circle, but I like the vertical look. Is Chris on there? I'm going to try to slow down in case Chris is there and she gets annoyed with me going too fast.
I don't see her yet, so.
Y'all know that I get a little bit nervous on Facebook Lives. I can't stop and edit out my embarrassing moments. So yesterday, I guess I was going a little too fast for Chris. So here I am, slowing way down. So isn't that pretty? It's already looking much better. And I'm just going to take my white and very carefully smear it all, well, blend it all. That sounds much better. Blend it all together.
Emily, I'm sorry, I cannot pronounce your last name. Surson? Emily Surson? I hope I'm not butchering that. She says, I haven't really worked with oil pastels much, and she's so curious how you go from this to the end result. So then maybe she can use them.
Oh my gosh.
After you show her.
I love oil pastels. I'm going to be honest. Don't tell Nana. I love you, Nana, and I love you, Trish, but I don't love chalk pastels because they are so messy and powdery, and I've tried to stay away from them. But I did a Pastels 101 course with our art school, and that's for middle schoolers and teenagers. We have the Drawing 101, Watercolors 101, Acrylics and Oils, and then we did the pastels. So we did most of them with the soft pastels, but we did several with the oil because they are so much fun. And if you don't know about oil pastels, they were actually created because Pablo Picasso and a few of his friends wanted some type of crayon like a soft pastel, but they wanted it to have the oily qualities of oil paint. And they didn't want to have to prime their canvases. They wanted something that they could work quickly with. And so he asked Sennelier, the famous French art supply maker, to create. He was actually the son of the one who created the soft pastels for Edgar Degas, and that's where Mary Cassatt, Vincent van Gogh, all the famous artists you know of would shop in Paris at the Sennelier store. But it was Pablo Picasso who asked for oil pastels, and so thanks, Pablo. You're awesome. Not always. Your life wasn't awesome, but your art, some of your art's awesome. Oil pastels are really awesome. Okay, so I've gone as slow as I can, and basically all I've done is taken the colors that we put on in no fashion, no rhyme or reason, and we've just blended them with our white. I did want to mention this, and I forgot. If you don't have oil pastels and you want to buy some, you can always get these little blenders. It's just, they're really no color, but they will help you blend your oil pastels, but I just prefer using the white. But these are by Craypaw, and they're just basically oil pastel blending sticks. But the white is so pretty. So now we've got the background, and we're really not going to create flowers per se. We're just going to give you the idea that there are flowers there. So what I want you to do is think about what colors you want to use, and you want to get, like this is, I only have 2 pinks. I've got this one and a lighter pink. So you actually want 3 shades of that color. And since I don't have that, I'm gonna use my alizarin crimson. This is just a kind of a bluer color of red. because we're going to add some shadows and some highlights, and that's what gives this the illusion that they're actually real flowers. So what I'm going to do is just start out with drawing. Let me move some of these pastels around, and I need to move my laptop over, and I just knocked my book off the table. So you can make as many flowers as you want to, and I'm just trying to follow the one that I've already made. But I would recommend that you only do it in odd numbers. So if you notice, I'm making this U shape. They look like they could be tulips or poppies. Since tulips are not really wildflowers, we'll call these poppies. And that's all I'm gonna do with that pink for right now. But then I'm gonna take this darker red. I'm just going to come on the left side and just add a little curve to give it some depth. And that gives it a little bit of shadow. And then with my lighter color, I'm going to curve it on the other side for the highlights. And you can't really see it right now, but we will come back at the very end and add all of our highlights, even more with this, and it's just going to bring it all alive. So there are our first flowers, if you want to call them flowers. You can make yours in any pattern you want to. I'm just thinking like this is a wildflower patch and there is no rhyme or reason to it. They just grow wherever they want to. So that's my first set of flowers. Now I'm going to do well, let's go ahead and just add in these orange ones. They're very similar to the ones that we just did. So I'm going to take a medium orange, a darker orange, and I have a lighter orange, but I think I would rather highlight with my yellow. So I'm going to start with this medium orange, and I'm going to make them a little bit smaller. We want different positions and we want different sizes, and then we're going to have different patterns that look like different kinds of flowers. So let's see where I want to put these. I did 7 of those. Let's do 9 of these. So let's put one up here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and we'll do one down here. So that's my medium orange. I'm going to come in with my darker orange and do the same thing. Just add a little curvy line on the left side of each of these. And if you notice, they're not like perfect. That's why this is really an easy project. It looks more complicated than it really is. And now with my yellow, I'm going to come back on the right side. That one had a little green in it, but that's okay. If your pastels start to get really dirty like this, just grab a paper towel. Oh, it's in my lap. Just wipe it off like so. Olivia, you'll have to remind me to do that in a little bit once I start adding lots of colors.
Okay.
Okay, so we've got those, and now let's go to these tall. These could be like delphiniums or foxgloves or hollyhocks. What are some more of the
Violets?
No, the ones that grow tall.
Oh, well, lavender.
Yeah.
Oh, you already said foxgloves.
So
Bluebells?
I don't know. All you Texas people have to tell me. Jason's always talking about the bluebells. No, it's Texas bluebots. We saw the bluebells in Oxford when we were there.
Right.
Okay, so I'm going to switch over to the blue, and once again, I'm trying to figure out which colors I want. I think I'm going to go with, this will be my mid-tone, my highlight, and this will be my dark. So I want to start out this time with my dark. So all I'm going to do is just start tapping my pastel. See, isn't that gorgeous? I'm just tapping it and I'm making it like an elongated flower. And we will add 5 of these blue ones around. Blue bonnets, Ellen said.
Yeah, I saw.
Sophia Olivia wants to say hi to you.
Yes, hi.
Where do I want to put these? So you don't want to bring them very much, that didn't make sense. You don't want to bring them too far down, but you do want some in the foreground. So that's probably as low as I will go. I want to do one right up here. Maybe one right here. And you can make these like curved like that. Bending around. So that's 5. How many do I have in that one? I actually have 7 in that one, so let's add 7. See, I told y'all the more, I'm not the less is more kind of person. I'm more is more.
And I wanted to ask why you are specifically keeping to the odd numbers.
I don't know. That's just one of the rules of art. It just helps the eye move across the canvas or whatever substrate you're working on.
That's really interesting.
It's also a rule in decor. When you are decorating, you want to use odd numbers. Okay, I'm trying to figure out where I want to put these. Let's do, where? Right here?
Well, no, to right there.
Olivia is want to be in the picture. Okay, we'll put this one behind that orange one. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and let's do one right here. See, it's hard for me to concentrate and talk at the same time. Okay, so now I've started off with my blue, my darkest blue. I'm gonna come in with my medium blue and then my highlight, and I'm just doing the same thing. And I'm not trying to get in, the open spaces. I'm just dabbing. That's not really contrasting very much, is it? Maybe I should go with a different color. There we go. That looks better. And I've broken several pastels doing this, so maybe you might not want to knock yours as hard as mine. All right, so there's our 2. I'm going to come in with this lighter color. Just dab it on there. I'm doing a little bit less of that. This is just going to make it look like the sun is hitting it in different places. And once again, we will come back at the end and add the white to all of these. It's going to be so lovely. And I want some purple flowers. And these are going to be long ones. Livia had mentioned lavender. This could be lavender. Where do I want them?
In between the circle of pink and orange.
The circle of pink and orange.
Right, you're
right
about,
there?
Yeah, right there.
Okay, this one's going to curve. Let's put one beside this blue one. Thought you were going to say the circle of life and I was going to start singing. That would be embarrassing. I won't sing. Let's do one down here. But we're going to bring it up behind this orange one. Okay, so there is our dark one. Let's come in with, maybe not that one. Just play around with your colors. If you don't have 3 shades of the same color, you can always, like with your purples, you could always substitute a light blue. Add that in. That just makes this so much prettier, adding all the different shades. Why did I make this one so long? I got carried away. Okay, and then I'm gonna come in with my lightest lavender. Oops, that was the blue. Okay, so the next thing I want to do is come in with my yellow, and I've got 3 shades of yellow. I'm not going to use this one. I think I will just use this darkest one and then come in and with the lighter one.
You should wipe it off again.
This one?
Yeah.
I should wipe my fingers off. But these are not going to really have any form. I'm just going to start blotting. Just pretend you are Claude Monet and you're just, oops, I dipped it into the green. Oh, I mean the blue, and made green. But I just want to show you that you can always just scratch that right off if you make colors you don't want showing up. Anyway, pretend you are Claude Monet and just slap that paint onto your canvas.
Oil pastel?
We are Claude Monet, Olivia.
Oh,
he did not use oil pastels. They were not invented.
Please excuse me.
Okay, I'll excuse you this time. Got to use your imagination with me.
All right. It's really, really hard paint.
Okay, so let's go ahead and leave the flowers for a moment because we do want to come back with the white, but I want to focus on the grass and the stems. So right now I am pulling out all these gorgeous greens, and I'm gonna pick this dark one, and I'm gonna come back and I'm gonna make sure that every flower has some sort of stem attached to it. Now we might not see it, but we do, like right here, you know, just make a little green stem to make us know that the flowers are not just floating in midair. You don't have to bring them all down because we're going to add some grasses, but if you need to or want to, you can. All right, you see any that I've missed? There's one.
That blue one at the top, did you get?
This one?
No, the one in the middle.
This one?
No, at the top.
Yeah, right there.
Okay.
All right, so I am done with that color, and now I just want to come in with different shades of green, and just like we did at the very beginning, start adding in our grass. Whoop, that was dark. And then you might want to come up here and just add in little blades, curving, and just go through all the greens. If you don't have a lot of greens, substitute some yellows, which I will actually do anyway. I'm going to add some yellows in my grasses, and you can add in some blues. Where are my greens? There we go. But this particular pack of oil pastels has a lot of greens. Okay, so we're going to do basically the same thing we did with the white. We're not going to smear it all as much as we did, but we are going to just come in here and just tone down these grasses by rubbing our white pastel over them. Just blending them in. We don't want them too blended like we did at the beginning. We still want to see some of the individual blades, but we do want to just give them a little more subtle look. And I also want to come in here, let's get that lighter yellow. With that lightest yellow, and we're just adding a little bit of highlight and making it look like It's reflecting the sun. It's got some glow to it. And then I'm going to take my white and I'm going to come through here and just, some of these areas, just bear down a little bit harder. Let me get that other, where's that other white one? Right there.
Tina Freeman says the orange flower on the top left doesn't have a stem.
This one?
Yeah.
Thanks, Tina. Oops. Now it's got a wonky stem. They're all a bit wonky. I love wonky.
But that's the point of Impressionism, isn't it?
We had this discussion at lunch today. The point of Impressionism. No, but yeah, it can be wonky.
No, but yeah.
So see what I'm doing? I'm just adding, this one is melting a little bit. Maybe it's just too hot in Georgia. And then you can blend it with your fingers. So we're not blending all of the green out, we're just adding in little areas of light. And it kind of, let's add some up here because we want some white up here as well. But we will add a lot of white highlights. And so I think I like this, maybe add just a little bit more. I like this deeper yellow than that, better than the lighter one. You can add some yellow to the edges to warm it up. And then you can take your greens again and then just do very lightly add in more grass. Not as heavy as we did the first time. We're just layering these oil pastels. All right, is there another green that I want to use? This is, I don't think I want to use that one. Let's see this one. This one is, that one doesn't show up very well. Okay, I think I'm just gonna leave it like this. And now I'm going to take my white and I'm going to just come in very carefully and not as much as I did with the different shades of the colors, but I just want to add little drops of white on the flowers. I'm going to do all the long flowers first. Did I get those?
Mm-hmm.
Now let me wipe this one off. And then I'm going to come in with these first pink flowers and the orange flowers and just add a little curve of white on the upper right hand side of each. And it might not look like it up close, but when you hold it back, it starts to make them look like they're rounded because you've got the darker tones, shades on the left and the lighter ones over here on the right. So it's like the sun is coming from the upper right hand side. That was way off. And then basically all I did with this one is took my white and just started dabbing around like I did with the yellow, because there are so many different kinds of white wildflowers just growing. I'm just filling in little areas. I'm trying not to put them on top of the flowers I already have, though that's okay if you do. Some might be in the foreground, some might be in the background. This particular one is not so great because it's just very melty feeling. And then you can always come in with, actually, you should probably clean your fingers. Why don't I do that? I'm going to set a good example for you today. With your clean fingers, you can just blend that if you want to, or you can leave it. And then I'm going to come back in with the yellow on top of the white. And it just looks like you've got all kinds of yellow and white flowers growing out there. Maybe even add in some orange to the yellow and white. And you can be done whenever you feel like you're done. I'm looking at the one I did the other day, and it's got a lot more yellow down in the bottom part. So I'm just going to add in some more yellow. And then you might want to come back in and add in some more greens up here. And I am going to be done. Once again, if you want to do something like this, this was very abstract, and I just put shapes and then you just blend it straight down. I didn't even put a lot of grass at the bottom of this one. This one I only did just a few flowers. Where's that other one? They're stuck together. This one was the one where I was going for purple and it just got overtaken by blue. I'm not a purple fan, but I do like purple flowers, so. All right, so I cannot wait to see your, let me switch you back to my face. Hold on. There we go. I think I got it. Thank you. All right, I cannot wait to see your oil pastel painting. So make sure you post it online and tag me at Masterpiece Society, hashtag Masterpiece Society. And hold on, I want to make sure that I told you everything that I wanted to tell you. I think I did. So can't wait to see your beautiful oil pastel paintings. Bye, everybody.